The Browns, now that they've gotten things under control, they've got a coach that has elevated the franchise much more than Freddie Kitchens ever could and Kevin Stefanski. What do they do to take it from Final 8 to Final 4, Final 2?
I think I look at their offense and go, love it. Don't really need to do jack diddly squat on that side of the ball. They got receivers, they got tight ends, they got one of the best offensive lines in football, they got the best running back combo in football. I mean, geez, they got, 2 of the top 10 running backs in football on the same team. I mean, it's remarkable. I think when I look at them, it's defense, defense, defense. And the first place I look at is linebacker. And, we've heard the recent rumors, right, about Levante David a little bit there, and it's something, again, we hit on the podcast. To me, that's where it's got to start. That defense, that's a Seattle scheme. Joe Woods, their defensive coordinator, who I got tremendous respect for, he was down in Tampa when I was there. Hey, listen, the Seattle scheme came from Tampa too. It's all the same coaching tree. It's all those guys. What do they believe in? They believe in Derek Brooks and Bobby Wagner's. And, we saw Miles Jack down in Jacksonville. They run that defense. The Chargers drafted last year the kid Kenneth Murray from Oklahoma. The 49ers run that scheme. Oh, there's Fred Warner. They have none of that linebacker for the Cleveland Browns. That, to me, would be the first thing. To really make that scheme go, you need some dudes to play linebacker. And then off of that, the safety position, I think, has got to be a big upgrade too. Because, again, as we can talk about those defenses, the Derwin James, the Cam Chancellors, right, those type of guys, Jamal Adams up in Seattle now, they make that defense go too, the Earl Thomases. So it, to me, is more about that. It's that center part of their defense at the second and third level that they really don't have any big-time difference makers. They got a lot of money, and I would think they're going to be able to spend and improve that part of their football team, and watch out for Cleveland if they do.
They were interested in J.J. Watt, by all accounts and reports. Von Miller, if he becomes available, is that a guy that you think they should pursue?
I do, yes. For the right price, yes. I mean, Olivier Vernon is a free agent, right?
Yes.
So I don't know where that goes. But, again, it's another scheme, as you hit on, and it's a great point. I'm glad you led me there. It's about pass rushers, right? Joey Bosa, Ingram. All the pass rushers the Seattle Seahawks have. Of course, the 49ers, going back to that story again with their Bosa, and they got Dee Ford when they went to the Super Bowl on that. It's a scheme that really wants to rush 4, drop 7, and they have their creative ways to play their Seattle scheme and do all that type of stuff, and they can let those guys just fly around. So I would think, yes, that after that linebacker safety issue, that's the next thing they look at. Can we get another guy that, okay, if you're always going to worry about Myles Garrett, well, okay, you're not going to just get off, scot-free on the other side with just some nobody who can't get after the quarterback. And I think, really, we kind of hit it right there. I think it's those 3 positions you hit on can really, really skyrocket them to one of the best teams in the AFC.
I remember when I pointed out in 2018 that there was a push in the front office by some to take Bradley Chubb instead of Denzel Ward. Could you imagine Bradley Chubb and Myles Garrett?
Oh, my gosh. Woo, baby. I mean, that would be, yes. That would be scary. And they got a good...
Nothing against Denzel Ward.
No.
Nothing against Denzel Ward.
He's really good.
It's pass rush that makes a defense go.
He is. And in that scheme, which they weren't doing at the time when they did that draft, I think if they could do it over, they would. Because in that scheme, you don't necessarily need shut-down man-to-man corners all the time. It's a zone defense. That's what it is. Denzel Ward is really good. If they could get damn Greedy Williams to stay healthy from LSU, he's a perfect scheme fit for that defense too. So they got talent there, but both of those guys have had issues staying healthy, and that's something they might have to get some depth behind them as well.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.